Good evening, friends and family. We are in Texas on this Tuesday, March 23rd, about 8:15 p.m. Headed towards Orlando. Anyways, since I'm on the night duty, I figure I should hurry up and get this out before it gets too late, and you're not gonna be able to see. So, hey Jenny. So, we are headed down the 10. Gonna be going through San Antonio and Houston, through Lake Charles. I think we're just gonna pretty much stay on the 10 all the way across until we hit Florida, then we'll go down. So, yeah. So we ended up in Phoenix yesterday because the AC went out on the truck. They got it up pretty quick. I mean, Alex got up and took the truck to the shop first thing in the morning. I think they received it at 7, and they had it ready for us at noon. But we had to wait, since we were also doing a 34-hour reset, we had to wait for the reset, and so I could start driving at 8 o'clock last night is when my reset was the first one to come up. And so we got back to the truck after we checked out of the hotel, went to lunch, had some freaking amazing tacos at this place called Una Tacos. It was super, super delicious. Was introduced to some new things. I guess it's Guadalajara style tacos. They take the shells and they like dip it in like this juice, whatever, and they throw it down on the grill and like make the outside kind of like a crunchy, and then it's like this meat inside, and then you take the taco and you dip it in this juice. Oh, it was so good. It was really good. And then we also got this quesadilla where they do the same thing. They dip the tortilla in this salsa, kind of like the gravy from the meat that they cooked or something. So it's kind of red. They throw it on the grill so it gets kind of like crusty on the outside. Put the cheese, and my mouth is watering thinking about it. And it was so good. I think that one we also had the meat in it as well. And then you dip it in that juice, and that juice is like what's left from the meat when they cook that meat, right? So when we got the juice, it had quite a bit of grease on the top because they just right out of the pot. So like there's the spices, there's like the garlic, there's like chunks of meat in this juice, and what Alex did is he like spooned off the grease off the top of it. It was freaking amazing. Yeah, it was really good. It was a little expensive, but it was $3.50 per taco, and we got 6 tacos. Hold on, I'm adjusting my mirror. And Alex is like, normally the traditional way is you don't do cheese, but you know I'm a white boy and I'm all about the cheese. So when they ask, I'm like, yeah, I want the cheese. So normally it would be like $2.50 a taco, and what they do is they put that meat on there, and then it's all about that juice that you're dipping it in, and the salsa. The salsa was really good too. It was some green salsa. But what I really fell in love with was the frescas or something like that. They had like it's like a mango. It's like a juice. And it had like chunks of mango in it. It was so good. And then I wanted to try the other one, which was a cilantro and cucumber water type thing. But it was like perfect balance of not too sweet, but like with cilantro sometimes it can be a little bitter, and the cucumber can also be a little bitter, but the balance was like, it was amazing. So both of those were really good. They also make another one that's strawberry. Oh, it was also lime, cilantro, and cucumber. That one was so good. The one we didn't get was like the strawberry one, and then they have the sriracha there, which I've had sriracha. So, my mouth is all watering thinking about it. It was delicious, and that's in Phoenix, off of 75th Avenue, just past Thomas, between Thomas and Indian School, just in this little shopping center, and literally, it's right inside of a little strip mall, right? So there's not a whole lot of room to sit inside, especially with the social distancing. But we had to stand outside until there was room for us to go inside and order. And while we were waiting to order, and just as we were getting our order, a table came open, so we got to sit there and eat, which was good. Because I wouldn't want to try to eat that in the car or the truck. It was messy. And then today we stopped in for our fuel stop in Exit 0, right in Texas. Anthony, was it Anthony, Texas, I think. There's a place called Don Cabron, or let me see, what does it say? I don't know if you can see it. And we stopped there on our way to Nogales a couple days ago, and we got the burgers. But today, when we stopped, we actually ate there, and I got this chicken sandwich. It was bomb.com. It was so good. And then I got this. It's called a queso fundidas. It's kind of like a melted cheese, like a cheese pot that you would like dip stuff in, but it was the cheese, and I got it with the poblano peppers in it, because you could get like mushrooms, poblano, or the rojas, or the what's the sausage called? Anyhow, it was so good. And then Alex got the fajitas, and the meat was seasoned really good. It was tender. It wasn't like, sometimes on fajitas they're kind of hit and miss. Sometimes they're gristly because they use poor quality meat. This place is good, so good. So every time we go through Anthony, because we always fuel right there at that Flying J, Anthony, Texas, when we're going usually on the 10 that direction. We are going to stop at this place because it's delicious as long as it's open. We lucked out that both times it was open. Yeah, chorizo. Thank you, chorizo. Anyhow, so we were. I started driving last night about 8:30, and the problem is Alex got up yesterday morning and took the truck into the shop. He got back to the hotel room, and I'm like, well, let's go ahead and get breakfast, because I knew he'd want to go back to sleep, and checkout time was noon. So we went downstairs, because at this hotel we get $10 off our breakfast at the restaurant, so it's pretty cheap to be able to do breakfast. So we went downstairs, had our breakfast, then went back upstairs, and we both went back to sleep. I woke up about 11:30 in time to wake up Alex so we could get packed up and check out at noon. So I was awake like since 11:30, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to drive all the way. The problem too was that Alex, because his 34-hour reset, he drove us into Phoenix, so he was behind me. So he was 10 hours behind me. I knew I wasn't going to be able to drive all night. I was sleepy. So what ended up happening is I drove 4 hours, and then I had to pull into a Shell station. There was a bunch of parking there, and we parked there, and I slept because he still had 5 hours before he could drive. So we both went back to sleep. He set his alarm for 5, then he got up this morning and started driving. He's been driving since 5 this morning. Since we're going to be off the truck for 4 days, we don't have to worry about conserving our hours, like doing only 10 hours each. So he just drove until I'm like, look, I'm ready to drive, because he'd driven like more than his 10 hours. And I had slept all night, plus this morning after we started I slept, and then we stopped for food and I slept, and so I'm slept out. My back hurts from being laid down so much, so I'm like, my turn to drive. So that's why we just traded out. We are about 10 hours, 9.5 hours from Lake Charles. That's going to be our next fuel stop in Lake Charles. I don't think, Jenny, we're going to get down by like Gulfport. We usually don't go that close to the coast. We stay on the 10. Does the 10 run down along Gulfport? I think it's above like Gulfport. Anyways, yeah, I think we're just going to stay on the I-10 all the way to Florida, because we're actually going through San Antonio and through Houston, through Lake Charles, straight down the 10. So anyways, okay, if it goes, yeah, if the 10 goes to Gulfport, then yeah, we're gonna pass through Gulfport then. We're gonna be Lake Charles about between 6:30 and 7 a.m. So I would say that's Lake Charles, probably, I don't know, like 4 hours. I don't even know all I know is that from where we just started to our destination in Orlando is 21 hours of driving time. So I figure I'm going to probably do half of this, and then Alex will do the other half to probably get us into Orlando tomorrow to drop our load. Tomorrow I need to find out where we're going to stay, if we're going to get a bed, or if we're going to get a Airbnb, or we're going to find us a hotel. You know, I already talked about we were going to Universal Studios and had all these plans, and then it was going to be $1,000 a day for just the tickets for Universal because it's spring break. Oh yeah. Well, plus we're on a schedule, so we wouldn't be able to stop. We're already going to be late because of me stopping to sleep, and Alex wasn't ready to drive. So, so yeah, we had all these plans and going to meet Hafsa and Brandley and in Orlando and having 2 days at Universal, and then the ticket prices jumped because of spring break, and we said, hell no, we're not spending $2,000 for 2 days to go to Universal. So the next thing we're looking at is SeaWorld. It has some rides that Alex likes. I enjoy the animals and the stuff there, so we're going to do SeaWorld this time. The tickets are only going to be like $135. If you get the thing that lets you eat while you're there, you get unlimited drinks, and you get snacks, and I think you get like one meal, and it's like $30, which is worth it, because generally, you know, in those amusement parks, you buy a drink and a popcorn and you're paying $15. So to be able to have, they give you a souvenir cup and you can fill it all day at the kiosks, and then you get one meal entree, and I think you get 2 snacks, so it's probably like popcorn or something like that, for $30. I think that's a really good deal, so we'll probably do that. So it'll be like $150 a piece for those tickets, and then we'll probably do that on Friday. Let's see, today's Tuesday, Wednesday will be there Wednesday, so we might do it on Thursday or Friday, depending. And then I just don't want to do it on the weekend because that's probably where it's going to be the busiest. And then we're just going to chill. We're just going to hang out for a couple days. We just need some time off the truck. And yeah, because we weren't sure if we were going to just cancel it and try to come back and do it another time, because we really want to do Universal again. We even got our Dramamine, so that we can get on those, because, you know, we ain't young chickens anymore, and found out last time some of those rides made us a little queasy. But I'll be damned if you're going to keep me off these rides. I want on it. So anyways, I don't know. We might rent a car, depending on if there's vehicles available, and just maybe drive over to the coast. Not going to Miami, that's for damn sure. Because yeah, all the spring breakers there, and they're on a curfew, and yeah, so we might just go for a drive. Maybe go cruise the coast a little bit. I don't know. But so that's kind of, we're just putting it together as we go. We do want to do some rides, so it's going to be SeaWorld. Disney, you know, Disney is probably going to be pretty packed as well. I don't know, I might look at Disney. The thing is, you have to also at SeaWorld also buy your ticket and make a reservation to get in the park. Okay. Well, as long as the storms are gone by Thursday, I'm good. Because that's when we start our home time. Thursday through Sunday, we're going to be our little vacation time. We've been through some really crazy storms this year. Speaking of storms, with the blizzards and the shutdowns with the winter stuff, we went through some crazy wind. We went through some really crazy rain, some hail. When we were up in North Carolina, there was tornado warnings. There's a couple funnel clouds that I saw up in the sky. So I think that day when we were in North Carolina, they had like something like 20 tornadoes spotted. So it's been quite the winter. I guess they wanted to make sure that I got all the experience of my first year of driving. I'm gonna flip this around so at least you can see the road, since you can't see me anymore. So anyhow, so just quick updates. What's going on? We are still headed to Florida. We're gonna be there for 4 days, and I still got to talk to Hafsa and let them know, because we kind of been waiting to find out when we're going to be there and what it's going to look like. They still may fly down and have dinner with us one night and maybe stay a night with us. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe they want to go to SeaWorld too. We'll see. But anyways, well, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Thanks for stopping in, Jen. It was good to talk to you. If you get bored, I'm driving all night. If you're up, you want to call and talk, I'm available. So it goes for anybody. If I'm up driving and you're bored, I'm down to talk, because you know, I'm just holding the steering wheel. So okay guys, please be safe, mask up, social distance, wash those hands. Starting tomorrow, Wednesday, in Arizona, anybody over the age of 16 can get vaccinations. So on our way back, we're going to stop through Phoenix and get our vaccinations. So we're getting there, guys. Just a little bit longer. Stay safe. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.